Sackboy slowly turned towards Victoria before she could think. She was thrust into the furnace. Sackboy stared with awe as she pleaded to be let out. That it hurt. It kills you in 2 hits! Skin was merging with the gel. That's not how that works in Little Big Planet!
He's the one who snows.
But it doesn't matter. Sackboy stood in the wake of the burning sign. She's not a scientist! And opened the door. Fleshy, gooey, gelatinous mess coming down before him. Good look before he promptly set off to Avalonia to attend a meeting in his honor. Quick stop at a factory of a better tomorrow. No! No! Good afternoon, my fatted friend, said Clive. It's another nice day, isn't it? I am grateful for your input. I haven't said a word. I've never said
Wait, Sackboy hasn't said anything.
He chuckled. He adjusted his bow tie. Did he have a bow tie? I can't remember.
Ow. Whoops.
Where was I at?
Dude, how'd you lose your place?
Bow tie and turned to Sackboy one more. What can I do? Before he could finish, Sackboy grabbed the corner of his face in one fell swoop toward each of them.
You know what's bad whenever it says one fell swoop.
Turn each of them off. Clive fell to his knees, grabbing and clawing his face. He made no sound, but Sackboy relished in the fact that it was immense, horrid pain.
We're gonna ignore how he, like, Clive or
it's just
whoever.
emo for emo's sake. This sucks so bad.
Yeah.
So as Clive's rings that held the paper turned to scarlet waterfalls, and that's not how that works!
Yeah, but it's an EXE story. Nothing makes sense.
Flopping to the floor, motionless and cold.
I'm about to flop something.
I'm flapping it.
Sackboy began to leave, but he realized how much of a waste it would be to leave the place virtually untouched as well.
So what is he gonna do? Blow it up?
Was it named Turkulon? I can't remember.
Does it look like I know? I've never played a single Little Big Planet game in my life.
At the factory, destroying everything in his path. Sackboy watched with glee.
Sackboy watched with what? Sackboy watched with what? Jester?
Jester.
Sackboy watched
as the beast tore through the industrial cityscape like a hound with rabies. Okay. It was too good to let go, causing so much destruction in so little time. Not a horrid shriek to get its attention. Sackboy can't make any noises. Except for holding to retrying and breathing, but that doesn't
never holding to retry and breathing.
And as he presumed, it turned to him. Its eyes fiery with hatred, the same as his. Tendrils sprouted from the back of Sackboy. Okay, so he can just do that now.
Yeah, it's an EXE story. We've gone over this.
Rips the legs off it, causing it to screech in pain. It's a robot.
Robots can scream.
They wrapped around it, coating it in a black grease like substance fully consumed. Oh, this is just now.
What was that?
Some guy.
I think that was
like the sound of a train passing by take over your voice.
Yeah, no, I don't know what that was. That startled the hell out of me too. No, that's the noise it made. Until it's fully consumed, thus birthed corruption. A giant serpent with a hound's mouth. It was a chicken! Chicken!
Chicken.
Stop! I'm gonna...
body turned to millions of buzzsaws.
What?
Towards the tail. Its eyes burned a monstrous red as it stared at its new owner and slithered over, and Sackboy reached his hand forward. This shit's so ass. No, it's gonna be Eve, Higginbotham, and Avalon next. Fuck.
I don't know these names.
Its name, Corruption? Oh, whatever. Eve Avalon, or Avalon Da Vinci, Eve and Higginbotham said.
Wait, I know this moment.
Taking them so long. They're 40 minutes late, blurted Avalon.
My window color is yellow.
Come, I'm sure of it, said Da Vinci. Seems depressing.
you doing, Willow?
Random outbursts over little things. Yes, everything okay, Avalon? Said Eve. Said a caring Eve. Yes, everyth's person, just a little ups. Door busted in.
When do
Stuff
they
in
say it? I think it's near
black.
the what?
Sackboy, you sure know how to make an entrance, don't you, buddy? Sackboy extended arm, you wrapped it around Eve's throat. Okay, but be so direct. But she's into that. What? Nothing.
What?
Pulling her-
Ty-Ty!
She gagged and gasped before anyone was even able to comprehend what was happening. Her head was torn off.
Bro, this is like Omni-Man killing the stupid ass. What's it called?
Okay, so there,
The Guardians of the Globe just kind of walked in.
What on
and
earth
started
are you
killing
doing?
people.
Poor Eve, you're a bloody monster! Shouted.
My favorite line is coming up.
Sackboy flew to the table. At the 3, he ripped a match from Higginbotham's mouth. Okay.
Okay.
I didn't even know he was a match. Is he a match? And struck him on the head with it, bursting in the flame. That's not okay. When you strike a match, the box isn't the thing that lights on fire.
Yeah, that doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Whatever.
The box that it's reverse psychology.
Crashed through the window, grabbing Avalon and pulling him through, as well as Higginbotham falling out. Da Vinci got up and sprinted away to the outside, as if he could even sprint to begin with. Where Newton? Where the fuck is he here? Dame? Ella Montague. I don't remember who that character is.
I don't, because I didn't play the game.
They're exiting their airship. He explained that what was happening, and they had to leave immediately. Sackboy watched them fly off. Finished that corruption was wrecking on the people of Avalonia. Ships trying fruitlessly to stop his mayhem. Like down at the caged head of Eve. The first time ever he felt bliss.
Don't read like 2 lines ahead.
Okay. Chapter 2, error in file name /text.lbp.exe. 3 were in the airship for days, terrified of landing, fearing that he would be waiting for them. We'll wait at my hideout, said Da Vinci. Are you mad? He's certainly waiting for us there. It is suicide, exclaimed the terrified. No, you know what?
That's one of the specific lines I pointed out to Ty-Ty being funny.
The peakiest line I've ever seen in the entirety of literature.
He's certainly waiting for us there.
I'm gonna replace my status that says "Don't touch my pizza, don't touch my jelly, I don't like blue cheese because it's smelly." I'm gonna replace it. Are you mad? He's certainly waiting for us there. It's suicide.
Are you mad?
Are you blue?
No!
Son, I have a plan. The airship landed at the hideout and made their way to Da Vinci's headquarters.
Son!
Before Da Vinci shouted, the mechanape. He pulled the curtain down to reveal a massive wooden gorilla.
Not to alarm you!
Yeah, so 800
Not to alarm you, Ty-Ty. I don't need to bring that bit back. That was so horrible.
Question, Ella. I sure hope so, Da Vinci replied. Sure enough, Sackboy burst through the scene. Sackboy.
Man, just fucking read.
Sure enough, Sackboy burst through the scene. I was trying to make a Showdown of Ultimate Destiny reference here, okay?
I haven't seen that in so long.
I used to listen to it like all the time, and then I stopped. I got better.
Sure enough, Sackboy burst through the ceiling and hit Batman with hit Neil with a back grenade. It was Godzilla with a back grenade. I'm so fucking stupid.
Oh my god.
And landed directly in front of the giant ape. Came with 2 new accomplices.
Why is there a gutter man all the way over there?
With 3 spiraling eyes and spikes that came out from the black sheet, along with an appendage similar to a scorpion's tail. What character is this?
Hideous mass.
Yeah, it's just a hideous
These
mask
creatures
with, like,
spoke within
cloak.
their minds, trying to break them, control them. The monster was dubbed the Possession.
Hold
It
on.
has a
I
link.
think it's a hideous
Possession.
mass.
It has a link. The
Yeah.
Possession. What is the Possession?
I clicked on it. I'm looking at it.
Over the minds of those sackboy.exe spit.
Cool.
He usually speaks in whispers, but prefers not to speak at all in his true form.
What the fuck is this true
Well,
form?
there are paper drawings.
I think
Abilities: teleportation, paralyzing air, deadly venom, screech, levitation.
I think this one picture in the gallery is kind of funny.
If one were to take his eyes and separate them, he would be virtually dead, unable to maintain a physical form without them. His naked skin's also vulnerable and can be damaged easily if caught without his clothes.
Why are you reading
Iceberg
his abilities
chills.
like chills?
Funny. Okay, anyway, where was I at?
You're
A
like,
tall humanoid, pitch black, like his leader, was a bright red stainless glass mask. His name was
it's gas mask,
Deception.
not
He
glass
doesn't have a
mask,
link.
dumb. Do you know how to read?
You get what I mean.
No.
Everyone to the ape! Da Vinci screamed as they made a mad dash for the monkey. Newton tripped and
That's pretty
whimpered.
funny.
Okay. Back up, you fucking hoe.
When did they say that?
Shouted Ella. Must, please, no, who's it? Okay, hold on. Ella. Montague.
Bro.
I know the last name. Because it's from Romeo and Juliet. Made a mad dash for the monkey.
Ella Montague. There's a female sack person costume from Little Big Planet 3. She's not even a character! The costume!
I'm tweaking. Tyty's tweaking.
Tyty cry. I'm-
more than you.
No, the shit's weird like shit, dude. I'm like, that's like the biggest LVP fan ever. This is killing me.
Yeah, because you're the one who knows.
Must please. Newton opened his mouth to speak, but was silenced by a black mass morphing from within. Okay, where does that come from? Screamed in pain. His bulb began growing a blinding crimson as his head burst, his lifeless body dropping to the floor. Why doesn't he do that with the other two? Vinci and Ella both felt grief immediately. Ella beginning to bawl her eyes out, not moving. Move, you! What are you, Sonic EXE Tails? Are you Alan?
Alan? The
She
alien?
grabbed the heartbroken woman and tossed her in the mechanape, turning it on and climbing inside. Okay, let's be real here. Da Vinci has no visible arms.
Where is he gonna? What is he climbing with?
What is he grabbing them with?
His teeth.
Okay, his voice boomed inside the gigantic gibbon. Friend I once knew is clearly gone, and now I must erase everything that you were, and ever will be again. Just hit him with electricity or plasma. It kills him instantly.
Yeah, but it's
Just slithered down
sackboy.exe.
the door, almost knocking the robot off its feet. It's hopeless, muttered Ella. My plan is not to defeat them with this, my girl. It's to fool them. Da Vinci said confidently. The massive ape began to make its Ape Escape, like the game on PS1. And his palms.
The most random thing to ever mention.
It's Sony. Both are Sony-owned properties. Of course, I'm going to reference another Sony-owned property in a Sony-owned EXE. Wait, hold on. Sackboy and his pawns following close behind. The two survivors made it to the skylight, where they reached a dead end. I'm afraid this is where we stop, Ella. Then she said regretfully, "So what was your plan?" Ruption slithered in with its demons, staring him in the face. Sackboy, I suppose you've gotten your wish. Why? Why are you doing this? Sackboy stepped forward with his lackeys, and unknowingly into his trap. Da Vinci pressed a button within the ape's computer, forming a large cage around the group, as if that's going to do anything. Cage, and the creatures immediately all began panicking. All safe for Sackboy, who stood the same, vacant, smile that he always has.
Why is he naked?
Smile that he will never leave, that will never leave Da Vinci's mind. A smile that has seen countless death and destruction. Smile of a broken plate.
That's all I'm hearing.
No, he's smiling with his stupid ass dumb pumpkins.
He's smiling like that fuck ass face that Neo draws sometimes.
Yeah. No, not the BFDI chewing mouth.
The
Anyway,
BFDI
Smile is okay. Da Vinci knew that Sackboy had full control over the simple trap he set, but he was toying with him. He was waiting for the perfect moment to strike.
Just
Da
kill
Vinci
him
wasted no
already!
time dashing over
Blah
the
blah
rampant
blah
and
blah. Da Vinci fucking dies. Don't care.
lift the cage into the sky with brute strength. Simply uttered, "Goodbye, chum." You could have chosen something better than chum, you know.
Chum.
Before throwing the cage into the stars, the
That's really
cage traveled
funny though.
fast.
Yeah.
All the monsters merged together, writhing and groaning with pain. Sackboy didn't care. He's simply waiting
Sackboy.
for the time that he could come back. After all, he's the most creative thing in the universe. That's the
Dang,
end.
this sucks, Bob.
Weaknesses and abilities. Body
You don't need to
manipulation,
read
rogue
that!
play, corrupted puppet, necromancy, shared, unzipped endless
Corrupted
stomach,
puppet? Like,
used to
this.
store things. Possession can see into the future. Deception. His incredible intelligence and strategic skills. Weakness, he doesn't really have any. He loves the thrill of the hunt more than the kill. He also loves to be creative in the way that he does things. So if you don't have anything that can be
This
used against you
picture's
nearby,
kind of funny.
he'll get upset and do things irrationally.
Why is he comically sad?
Okay, trivia. Never speaks, but does talk to people inside the conscious. He does this in the narrator type way instead of speaking directly to them. His canon voice is that of the narrator from the 3 games. So Stephen fucking Fry! From all 3 games. He also writes in British terms and uses British slangs. That's the most scary thing about him. The fact that he writes in British slang instead of just being fucking normal. Color, favor, bloody, slag, etc. Takes care of corruption, often treating him like a big dog. Corruption was a chicken!
Chicken.
It's a fucking cock! It's a chicken! This Iron Fist is more comedically evil than when he was in the original level series. He doesn't do anything in the game.
He doesn't fucking do anything.
He was trapped due to not really having a reason to be there, so they killed the woman off for not having a point.
Killing women for no reason.
Sackboy, instead of killing and torturing sack things like the original series, treats them with great respect and sympathy, despite them never remembering their deaths or pain. Sackboy is extremely self-aware and even knows when you are drawing him.
Bro.
Bro, what? I'm gonna draw him right now.
You're gonna draw Sackboy?
Can you just draw him next to Glorg?
Sackboy.exe versus the Glorg.
He doesn't have blood. Oh my god.
Oh, Mom.
Basically by my child, Coral Crown.